But let's talk about like your origin story. How did you get started?
Sure. My background's in design, and I was doing websites, and for some reason, for me, it was just kind of a job, and it took meeting with a friend to, you hear people say, do what you love, and it's kind of become a cliche thing now, but for me, at the time, it was the first time I heard it, and this guy said, he was doing hand lettering, and I thought it was so cool. I did that kind of thing in middle school, but I didn't really ever pursue it later on, and he said, if you enjoy it, just do it. Like, you don't have to worry about it being a job or being something that can sustain you, just do it for fun. And I thought, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I was working a day job, like 8 to 6, and in my nights and weekends, I started just practicing hand lettering, just practicing. I would spend 6 to 8 hours a night, every single day, 7 days a week.
Wow.
After my day job. Like, I didn't do anything else. I didn't go to parties. I wasn't watching TV. I just drew lettering. And over the course of about 4 or 5 years, I spent 9,000 hours just practicing lettering. And the first 2 years, I started sharing it online. The first 2 years, nobody cared. Nobody really noticed it. I had like a few friends that knew I did it, but something happened 2 years in. This is kind of my mantra. I say show up every day for 2 years. Something about 2 years in, people, they just start to notice. They started asking for t-shirts of my designs and prints of my designs, and so I started selling some prints and stuff. But where it kind of blew up was there were a lot of people at the time wanting to learn how to do what I did. And I wasn't really sharing anything on that at all. I had just been creating my own work. I was working for clients. I got to the point where I was working with really big names, big magazines, charging really good rates for a hand letterer. But so many people wanted to learn how to do what I did. And I think just from, like, I first heard about you, I think, from your podcasting tutorial. But you shared so much of what you know, and when I started sharing what I knew, I put up this guide online. It was just like a 10-step introductory lettering guide, and over the course of a year, 200,000 people read that guide.
Wow. And that was free for people to check out?
It was totally free. I didn't know anything about email marketing. I didn't have an email list until 2013. And I just put this up on my site. It wasn't behind an opt-in or anything. I didn't even know anything about that. So these 200,000 people read it on the site. I didn't even have a sign up during that time. But I realized, wow, there's clearly this resurgent interest in hand lettering. And I think it's because as things become more digital and more automated, we're yearning for that human element, something that reminds us that there's a person with a soul behind this design that we're seeing.
Right. When you first started lettering,